Good morning, everybody. Good morning, traders. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Happy Thursday. Caught a fire gold trade. I'm actually back in off of the IB high holding. Just got one micro on the gold. Caught a beautiful VWAP bounce on the monthly time frame, guys. Monthly VWAP bounce. Huge move. Once we broke into value here, it took off. Absolutely took off. Glad you took it, Oogie. Called that one out in free chat. I said we're approaching monthly VWAP here. And if you took it, that was a nice move, I'll tell you what. I'd like us to see us hold initial balance high here. We obviously had the VWAP bounce short, but we were already long from the monthly VWAP. So hard to switch short that quickly. And let's see if we can break up higher. Good location on this long, but it looks like I might get stopped out break even. I want to see it hold. So good morning, Damien. Good morning, Dapes, Hella, Sean, Oogie, JP, Zalos, Clumsy, Tamara, Oxter. Good morning, guys. Let's make it a great day. I'm getting rebased in, guys. I took one trade so far this morning. This is my second. Small size. Already took a couple of micros off. This is micro gold. And looks like we're struggling with value area high, so I might just take this one off. Actually, there it goes. Let's see if we can get some continuation to the upside. Boom. All right, let's see if we can break VWAP. That would be big. So I got a profit target at 76.8. That would be a break of the swing high there. But really, you know, this is a nice little bounce off VWAP, and we do have a bit of a distribution. Let's see if we can get continuing price discovery. I'm going to close this one for now. So I've taken two trades. Okay, I told you guys, if you saw my video or my announcement yesterday, looks like gold hit VWAP. Oh, you wanted to retest it again. Gotcha. Morning, Gucci. So, morning, you guys on YouTube. Cristiano, good morning. Gregory, good morning. Happy journey, Nathan, Juan, JJ. A plus setups on NQ today. Yeah, nice fade value area extreme setups on NQ. ES is holding up a little stronger, even though they're both up roughly the same amount. Dow is catching a bid. Dow is catching a nice bid here. Missed that move. Now we're at value area high. This would be the fade value area extreme on the session. So I might try the fade here a little bit. I only got filled one, man. Come on. So my max size today, as I get recentered, is 10 micros or 1 mini. Probably be sticking to micros here. As the last couple of days, I was just sizing up so big. I don't know what was getting into me, Just kind of got lost a little bit, Had a couple of really good weeks, a couple of good months, just getting fired up, swinging size. So just get back into a little fade value or extreme on the higher time frame there. So on the hourly, we came up to 450 or 50 even, which is the value area high on the session. So a good little place for a fade on the Dow. Fade value or extreme short. Corey's here. We can start, guys. Corey's here. Yep, that's gold. That was gold futures, Tony. Yep. Nice, Byron. Byron says, I've been trading for close to a year. He's passed one evaluation. Blew it, which is typical, guys. I feel like almost everybody's blown their first funded account. I certainly did. So, is what it is. But he also felt like he passed it by luck, honestly, learned the system from the free trial, and now he's sitting at $800 away from passing. Good job. Chris, as we don't see your upper left screen, it would be helpful to have a symbol watermark on the top right chart. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be switching around symbols a little more. Trying to think of the best place to put it. I might put it on this one so it doesn't get too busy. There, it's in the bottom right. Oil is in balance. Dow getting another move up. We get another push higher here. We could fade the upper band here. So this is still fade value or extreme short here. I know my size isn't too impressive, guys, so it is what it is. Should have taken profits on that one. NQ just broke lows while ES is still not far from highs. Crazy. Dow's moving up. Russell's still selling off, bleeding a little bit. I'm still looking for this fade value or extreme trade on Dow. Take 2 here. I'll add a little more higher if we get there. 7. 7 is VWAP. I short on Dow, guys.
Has gains last 0.06%.
Short on NQ, but there was no real setup, and that thing has been crazy. You would have to just chase the momentum down, which it works.
So again, that's the Nasdaq.
About 65 ticks on Dow there.
Equity.
No, not quite.
Comparing gains
50.
last 0.06%.
Approaching weekly VWAP at 81. That's lower band on ES. But this isn't exactly a balanced market. When it traverses right from upper band through VWAP to lower band that fast, be careful.
President Sheinbaum says that we would seek communication with Trump if necessary, but we hope to reach an agreement on tariffs.
We're at flat on the day on NQ. We're not up nor down.
With Trump's
Gold back up to VWAP.
PM signs executive orders, and then he visits the Federal Reserve at 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Jay Scott, yeah, I'm usually executing on the DOM. Or like the join bid, join ask buttons on the DOM. I'll take market orders sometimes. If it seems like price is getting away from me, I don't have a choice. I'm not going to get filled on the bid or the ask, so I go for it. Gold back up to VWAP. Oh yeah, I think you hit your. We bounced at 300, and ES is at lower band. Man, it fell pretty darn far, huh? So we're looking for the short. I think we want to go a little higher. 27 for the price discovery continuation short. We're on second band here. If we're going to get continuation, I'm going to start with small size. 2 micros. Nice. Not going to turn this into a loser. It could whip right by me and then I can reposition higher. A little bit off there. Hold one more. Might come stop me out here. I might reposition a little higher, like 38, if it stops me out. Mario asks, how do I analyze the first days of the month using the VWAP? Well, we look at the previous month's levels. Man, I nailed that short. 22 and a quarter, man. It went up to 24 and a half within 2 points. Dump it. Oh, man. Come on. Did not break lows, guys. Stop me out, break even. See if we get a little higher. Take a little nibble here. A little higher. I'll go with 2 more.
One of three sources, Russia to introduce gasoline export ban or fuel producers in the coming days.
Okay, I got 5 micros here. We get a little continuation short. I'm not a huge fan of the double bottom, but it's on a 1 minute, not the 5 minute. Still looks like we can build a range here. So slow down a little bit. So it's either going to blast through this. Take off a little more risk here. Give it $100. Stop me out. Wicked me out. Still like it though.
At 10:30 a.m. is time we get the EI natural gas change. Forecast is for a build of 27 BCF. Prime was a build of 46 BCF.
Not making it easy, I'll tell you that. Here we go, come on. Short at 38.25. 10 points right there. I don't know. This is value area low right here. This is still a price discovery continuation short. Jalos. We just went up the lower band, kissed it to the tick. Right here. Oh. What do you mean earlier? How much earlier? There was a distribution. If you look, I guess you can't see it. But there's a little volume node around 22. Yeah, there's a low volume node. It was building a little distribution down there, so it held the first time. It worked. That was like 30 points, 25 points. Yes, it was. It was also a good trade off of monthly VWAP too. Two great trades there. I'm done with this thing. All right, let's see what's next. Vippy, I'm showing everything that I can. There's not anything else I'm going to be showing on my screen. I can't show everything. I only have so much real estate to show charts with. I have a ton of stuff on here already. If you realize this, what you're seeing on the left side of the screen is the same exact chart. It's just my executions. You don't need to see the whole thing. It's the same exact chart on NQ. The left side. You don't need to see that whole chart too. It's just to show executions and where my stops and everything are. All right, guys. So we're going to be looking for the return to value. We got to break above This node right here. So what is that? 40? 41 to 42? We break above that. Yeah. You want to rub your shoulders and whisper in your ear when to take the trade too? Take the trade.
About 3 minutes ago, through the EI natural gas change. Forecast is for a build of 27 BCF. Prior was a build of 46 BCF.
They have medication for that, Chuck. They've come a long way with the medications for the voices in your head. Oil's breaking out. It's about highs here. Second band. It's up 1.5 points. Creed. I thought Chuck was a huge Creed fan too. Hey, there's more markets than just gold. Arms wide open. You're probably never going to master gold, Movie. I hate to break it to you. Gold's character changes all the time. So, it's good to move on to other markets that provide more opportunities. Gold's been good lately, but there are times where gold does nothing. YM does trade VWAP Wave very nicely. Gold will master you before you master it. All right, see, now we're going sideways here. All right, this is where I've been getting chopped up every day this week, trying to trade every little wiggle, looking for the move out. My literal kryptonite all week. So I'm staying out. IB follows New York equities, so 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same as NQ, Russell, ES. Dow's got the best long. Held at VWAP, still above value area high. I guess there's some type of news dropping right now. I'll be right back.
Build 23 BCF, the build was 23 BCF compared to the expected build of 27 BCF. So the smaller than expected build then. Let's see a bit of movement towards the upside on natural gas there. Or for that smaller than expected build. We have also posted another report on the feed, free to read through as well.
I'll be right back, guys. My appliance guy's here. right, this is that level. It started to do that wedge. So this might be where we get the move up, the return to value. So not yet. It's right there though. I'll take small size and add a little more on pullbacks. So looking for the return to value. Nah, it's rejecting. Let's see if it holds. It's doing that same exact behavior it was doing at VWAP yesterday. So let's see if they can hold it up.
Energy Department announces site selection for AI data center.
Still holding up. So 57 is the point of control. Good target point. IB mid 350, 150. So that's a good spot. We could break above. Come on. It's trying so hard. Here we go. Come on. Okay, first contract comes off at 49 3/4. That's filled. Next spot, 57. Make it 56. Point of control. I'm going to take 2 there and leave a runner. Hey, come on. Oh, you son of a... There it goes. All right, I got one left. Stop at break even. And we got VWAP here at 60. That's my last spot. I'm going to close it right here. Close enough. Boom. Return to value from lower band all the way to VWAP, guys. Waiting for the good trades. Now we can keep going. Technically, this is a VWAP bounce short, but thanks, guys. Karen, yeah, we've gone through Edgeful. I've been on the phone with the CEO. I've gone through all their data. We could derive no real benefit to our trading system from it. It's good to know all these stats, but like there's so much more than just a stat. Right? If you want to trade stats, just create an automated algorithm. You don't need to trade. You could just program it to trade your statistics from Edgeful. Oh yeah. Another one. Fade value area extreme YM. Yep. It's been trading in balance. That was the first one was good. That one's even better. Right up to that band. ES also bouncing up off of second standard deviation there. Good profit taking point on that NQ trade too. Look at that. Glad I closed it. What's the name of the indicator? Really? I suggest going through my videos, Matty X. There's tons of stuff. Me just telling you the name of the indicator is not going to help you. And we're using VWAP, volume profile, and initial balance. Those are my 3 main tools. Yeah, Caddy, I was over hyperscalping. I was totally, not only was I over hyperscalping, but I was like sized up way too big. I don't know what got into me. I was like 5 minis, 10 minis. Let's go. I was like, calm down. Man, would have had a second shot at that VWAP bounce short. Yeah, Corey definitely is. 15 minis. Chuck, you could have 15 on these 150Ks, which I've done a couple of times on stream. Full port. Now, you haven't lived until you've had 10 minis in a cash account. That's like, let's do the math on that. 10 minis on NQ, which I've had. 10 times. That's a $4 million position, nominal value. That's 10K. You know, I had 40K in my trading account. When I started this stream, I was trading a 40K futures account. In the first month, I did 20K in profits. And then I gave back 5 in one night trading Globex. So yeah, I'm no stranger to risk. No stranger at all. You guys got to check the new podcast coming out this weekend with Austin Silver on ASFX. That's going to be awesome. Trailers are dropping now on the social media channels. We talk about my big winning month, winning summer with Warrior Trading, where I did $250,000 in 3 months, taking $25,000 losses in a couple hours. Fun stuff. And I've settled into futures. It's been really good to me. I found some really nice consistency without breaking the bank or putting myself susceptible to massive losses or halts. And I have, just like any other profession, guys, I have peaks and valleys, right? I'm coming off a pretty good peak. I feel like this week was the beginning of a little bit of a valley. So when I feel that happening, I got to reel it in. I did, Logger. I think that's awesome, actually. They're going to reduce the pattern day trader rule to just $2,000. I think that's great. I think it's a stupid rule to begin with. If people want to trade their money, they should be allowed to. You don't have to protect people like that. People are welcome to make their own stupid decisions if they want. Logger, I didn't even think about that. That makes sense. It looks like it's doing that thing again where it wants to break VWAP, right? Rising wedge, flat top breakout, add-on pullbacks. I don't like the fact that I'm at the top here. So I'm just going to close that out. Gold straight up, man. What a great trade that was. We had the, look at this long monthly VWAP right here. A beauty. Now it's at weekly lower band, but that was a 20 point move, 200 ticks in gold. Oil's up at second standard deviation here. It's breaking out on all the time frames. Oh, actually, no, it's just lower band. Could go up to 73. Not buying the high. Looks like a rejection of VWAP there. Ah, they bought it right back up.
Timmons going out to give the Kansas City Fed Manufacturing, prior 5, City Fed Composite Index, prior 0, prior -2, forecast 0. That's City Fed.
Now I think I could go long. You know what? That's value area high too. We're breaking above point of control. I don't know. It's interesting. Got 5 micros here. I'll risk $100. See if we can get the continuation move to upper band. This is ugly. These NQ Ranger, not ES Pro anymore. God damn, they stopped me out. The first time, going short, breaks back above VWAP seemingly with strength. ES is at highs. Come on, let's get a push. Let's go. Very grindy. Still looks like it's trying to push up through this level. This is, this would be, if we break out a value area high here, we can go to 82, and then, S&P 500 is going straight up. That helps.
Moments for the get the Kansas City Fed manufacturing prior 5 and Fed Composite Index forecast 0 prior -2.
VIX is below 15, guys, 14.96. Welcome to 14-point trading. VIX, 14 VIX. Things have slowed down a lot. Let's see if we can get that next leg up here. Still building these. There we go. 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 Just a little further. Come on. There we go. Filled. Upper band. VWAP to upper band. So we trade level to level. We grabbed lower band to VWAP. Took profits at VWAP. Some of you might have taken the VWAP short. Once we reclaimed VWAP and seemed to be holding it, we went long again and were able to catch the remainder. So instead of just trying to catch the entire thing, which we might not have gotten, we broke it into 2 trades and got both. Kaufman, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Welcome back. Yeah, Ryan Shannon stuff is great.
One minute to go now. We need the Kansas City Fed manufacturing.
All right, so it's about 11 o'clock. I've hit nice profit target. Look how I nailed, look, my profit target was at 280, a little before upper band, just in case it went to like 81. Only a point beyond my profit target. Crazy. Thank you, John. You know, trading a little smaller size, guys, just trying to focus more on process here, and it's just helping me get back to base. I know this stuff works. I've done it over and over again. Sometimes I stray a little bit, you know, I get too dialed in. I start trading just price action and momentum, and I start swinging bigger size. Usually this comes after a big winning streak. It's like I can do whatever I want. And you get punished for that. And pretty quickly.
The Kansas City Fed data, seeing the US to auction $70 billion in 5-year notes and $30 billion in 2 notes floating rate notes, $82 billion in 3-month bills, $73 billion in 6-month bills, and $44 billion.
How do you guys like the layout? I'm trying to show the positions, risk to reward, profit targets, stop targets. Trying to give you guys as much information as possible. Okay, good.
City Fed composite manufacturing index and 1. I have a forecast of 0. So again, there's Kansas City Fed composite index and 1.
Waverville is asking if you have evaluations that are near loss, do you keep trading them or you just buy new ones? You know, I think it depends on how much money you have. You know, if you're not tight on cash, I would just bite the bullet and get new ones. That's me. Now, if you're tight on cash, you might try and revive those.
First, as are the 2 units to be.
So I think it really depends. If you're not hurting for money, you know, just start over.
And the Kansas City Fed manufacturing.
But there's plenty of people that say you can claw yourself out of that. So it's ultimately your decision. I think you'll get answer. I think you'll get both. Guys, this you know, failed breakdown trade is like becoming a daily occurrence.
IMF says that Japan should come up with a clear fiscal consolidation plan to offset pressure.
You get this huge, well, not even huge. We get a big sell-off in the morning, and we spend the rest of the day buying it up.
In response to economic shock, should be temporary and targeted to the most vulnerable households of businesses.
Waverville, he was coming in to protect me on YouTube in the comments, defending me from the trolls. I love it when you guys do that, by the way.
We have visited the Kansas City Fed manufacturing report on the feed for you to read through.
I have believe it or not, Oxter, I don't have as many trolls as I thought I would have. They're out there. Overwhelmingly, 95, maybe even more % of all the comments I get are positive. So I'm very happy about that. But you know, there's always like a couple a day, like 1 or 2, 3 ones that just kind of annoy me. But you know, whoever leaves them, I restrict or delete, block, gone. Out of sight, out of mind. That was it. Chuck knew it. Chuck's paying attention. Chuck's paying attention. That was exactly the one that annoyed me. And Waverville came in. He's like, you know, you sound like a drifter. You should just move on. All right. So, you know, normally in a balanced market, this would be an area where we would fade. But the price behavior from the last hour and a half has been, you know, grinding up through these levels. So not a huge fan. Every little quick sell-off gets met by buyers, right? It gets bought right back up. So careful with shorts. Even though we do have a setup here. This is a short setup. We have value area high on the profile. And we have upper band. We have a nice little wick there now. I'll take a little stab. Maybe we go back to VWAP from here. Very tiny stab. I'm willing to give back $37. And what, 61? Make it a 1-to-1. Well, look at how that thing got bought right back up. See if they can hold it. All right, so this is a fade value area extremes. I like it because of the setup location. I don't like it because of the price behavior we've had for the last 90 minutes. So we'll see. But it is a setup. Yeah. This grindy up price behavior. $95. We go a little higher. Might try it again. Look at that. Stop me out to the tick. Bastard. All right, I'm going to give this a little room, start small size, give it up to 95, maybe 400, and see if we can get a bigger pullback here. At least a pullback on the 5-minute. Whoa. Somebody dropped a whole bunch of contracts in somebody's head there. 10-point wick. Yeah. Keeps getting bought up, guys. It's annoying. Took a little profits there. And what about gold here, guys? It's like a back test of VWAP. But it bounced off of lower band on the higher time frame. I don't know. That's not a great one. Oil kind of sucks, you know. Copper. Yeah, you're welcome, Texas. You know, sometimes I stray a little bit sometimes, you know. Why, what happens in August, Corey? Yeah, no, it was a good trade. I took it. I didn't have the best. There it goes, finally. So it's working. So every trade has been a winner so far. Whether I executed well on it or not is another story. But price discovery, continuation short, return to value long, break a VWAP back test long, and fade value or extreme. So the only all of these were core setups except for this one. This is advanced playbook. Yeah, Jared, I like TradeZella. I think is a nice product. You can get it for like 29 bucks. Brian, good job, man. Byron, sorry. Passed his evaluation. Good job. Now the key is to take it slow and don't blow it. Or as my wife likes to say, don't fuck it up. Yeah, Zalos, that's not uncommon, guys. I know it's like seemingly like maddening and disheartening to pass the combine and then blow the XFA, but I feel like it's par for the course. It's like a requirement. Everybody does it. I said seemingly required, Logger. Not required, but seemingly required. Managing risk is hard, guys. It's not fun. The fun part is winning. Managing risk and taking losers is not fun. Especially when you're right on the trade idea. All right, so I expect us to move through this. I'm watching 400 for the IB high, at least initial fade. I don't think it's going to blast through this level. So I'll scale in with a little bit of micros. I mean, this is starting to look like price discovery breakout. All right, so this would be a long here. Now we're running into upper band on the session at 96. And then obviously we have IB high. So I'm going to wait for a little higher for another little short scalp. So that'll be a fade value area extreme short again, but this time on the initial balance. Just looking for the scalp. Strong now, so careful. It's kind of gunning for these highs. Patient. Oil selling off hard there. So we're at value area high on the session, right? On the higher time frame, we're still in a balanced market. We're right in the middle of this distribution, right? We just kind of ran right into it. $390, yeah. So that's, value area high on the session. I'll take a little stay up here. Maybe average in a little bit on pops. We get them. So this is still a fade value area extreme. The breakout failed.
Bids before we close total $268.3 million.
See if we get back down to VWAP. What do you guys think? My stops at break even. Stop is VWAP? Okay, that's my profit target. Hey, Logger, that's a good feeling to trust. I think this is going to be my last trade too, guys. Did well, 629. It's bigger than my max loss. I'm happy with that. Trading a couple micros. Stopped out on the remainder. Could be the back test. Short here. Oil selling off. Stopped out. $24 loser. Got 8 points. Let's get the next leg up. I'm still watching 400. I have 2 here. I'll add another 2 a little higher. Yeah, I'm looking to fade the IB high, yeah. Could be messy. have a little starter here.
The officials, sources say that those seeking another rate cut face a battle. The ECB officials' baseline for September is another hold in rates. So again, ECB officials, another baseline for September is a hold in rates.
Right to 96. You know, I gotta give this a little more room, I think.
Looking into this sources piece, then ECB policymakers pushing for another reduction in interest rates face an uphill battle, according to people familiar with the matter. A hold looks like the baseline for September after 8 cuts since June of 2024. People said, asking not to be identified, revealing private discussions. Some suggested that the onus is on seeking further easing to justify their stance, rather than those opposed to more action having to make their case.
Pretty darn close. This is gonna be my last trade, guys. Still looking to fade these value area extremes. We're in a giant balance area on the higher time frame. This is the upper value area. It's a big zone, but so it's a little tradable, smaller size. I could give it a bigger stop. Let's go.
We're absolutely expecting the results for the US 4-week bill auction.
I'm gonna peel one off here. Go to break even. All right, can't lose. Yes. I'll be right back, guys. All right. I love it when I leave my orders in and I come back and everything's filled.
245%, rewarding 10%,
The best.
47% of its high.
Yeah, got it. That's right. Good stuff, man. All right, I'm going to call it there, guys. I'll stick around for another 30 minutes, but I'm going to lock myself out. Just a good process day, following trades, not putting up huge money, but I feel good about how I traded. Good setups, clean action, managed my risk. And that's what I'm going to try and do for the next couple weeks, guys. Feels good. Low stress, you know? Trading doesn't need to be so stressful. If it's really stressful, it's usually because we're taking on too much size for one. Probably taking too many trades as well. I still take quite a few trades, but nothing like what I was in. There's the dump. And what's good, Bob, too, when I trade like this, it's a lot easier for me to narrate and give commentary behind the process behind each and every trade. So slows everything down a little bit. Well, the short was up here, Dim. You know, you don't want to short into VWAP. So I think 685. Still traded a bunch of NQ today. I mostly traded NQ. I traded some YM today. And we traded some gold. Or at least I traded some gold earlier. Beautiful return to value trade. So here's the trades I actually took on stream. All marked out. And then gold I took here. This one is also the initial monthly VWAP. And I also took this back test long off of IB high. In the Dow, we took, it was a fade value area extreme. And it was here. I took it twice. Here. I think I took it. No, I might have missed this one. You guys might have taken that one. So good trades, guys, overall. Corey, you know, I felt that, really. I felt it in myself, Corey. I don't know what. I apologize for all that. We're going to stick to process here. Yeah, no, I feel you, Corey, really, man. Appreciate bearing with me there for a minute, but I feel really focused now on that, and you know, it's got to be the way. You guys came around for that exact style of trading. That's how I was trading. I did some more scalping, dom scalping. I got kind of pulled into the weeds there, doing that stuff, and we're back. We're back in business here. We're going to treat this exactly this way. We could bleed out back to VWAP here. Almost there on NQ. Now this is also a low volume node on NQ, so we might have some trouble getting there. We have this low volume node right here. If we break it though, we could probably go well past VWAP. And good for you guys, everybody who noticed the change in character on the tape. Right at that 90 level, 390, you guys started commenting on the change in tape, change in character. So we have the low volume node. If we sell through this, guys, VWAP next, then probably point of control 355. I don't know. It seems like a change of character now. Getting a rotation down on the higher time frame. Look at the wicks on the hourly. I think we stay in balance. It's definitely a good long spot for at least a scalp. That was upper band on ES too. Now, can the buyers continue it higher, or are we going to get an anemic bounce? Upper band and value area high on the regular trading hours on ES. That's a nice setup, actually, for ES. Sorry we missed it. IB high, upper band, and well, it's different on NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader, we have a value area high right here. Looks like an anemic bounce so far. Point of control on ES I have at 404.
Good punchable house panel launching probe for Fed renovations.
This TradingView one's not as accurate. TradingView data is aggregated. It's not as, you need to use like TradeEvade or NinjaTrader for the real accurate volume levels. So I have point of control actually 404. This level right here. Where VWAP is. I don't think that has anything to do with the setup though, to be honest. I think that's, the point is moot. If we're looking for price discovery continuation, we have a distribution up here. We have a low volume node, upper band, IB high. We have a ton of shit working for us. And also price rotates around high volume nodes.
Services Committee is beginning its own inquiry to the Fed's building renovation. Representative.
It's still a high volume node, irregardless of where the actual session point of control is. Right? We still have a high volume node here. And what does price do around high volume nodes? It does this. So the next likely move is this. I haven't been focusing on the cumulative delta at all today, Jody, to be honest. I use that more for scalping, really tight scalping. I don't need it as much for my setup locations. I have tick strike for that in the tape. But I'll use whatever time frame I'm trading on. So it's the 1 minute or the 5 minute. I use both. Usually the 1 minute. You can see more with a cumulative delta on the 1 minute. Looks like an anemic bounce, guys. If we break this level, we're going downtown. VWAP next stop. Yeah, the actual point of control isn't that important. It's really just the center of the high volume peak of any high volume node are important. They could be considered, we have more than one point of control in a session, and Q, we have two very clearly defined point of controls. We have one here that's already marked out with this red line, and we have another one here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we revisited this one, but we got to break this low volume node. If we break this low volume node, I don't think VWAP's going to support us.
On state media, Iran's foreign minister Araghchi says Tehran will defend its nuclear rights, including uranium enrichment, in talks with E3 on Friday.
Oh, that was a wick. I looked down for 2 seconds.
And Iran's positions are still strong, and enrichment will continue. Again, this is according to state media here.
Oh, we had a 4-week bill auction. Kids, absolutely you can use the anchored volume profile. That works just fine.
Just a heads up, White House AI senior policy advisor Krishnan currently speaking on Bloomberg TV.
Everything is really sleepy now, guys. If Chuck is long, man, I wish we could have the No, I didn't turn off my screen. It's weird. Yeah, it looks like it closed. Yeah, it disconnected, guys. I don't know why. There was an error, some type of error. Weird. Voice quality was excellent. Hulk Hogan died? No way. Yeah, dies at 71. I freaking loved wrestling when I was a kid. I used to go to the live matches at Madison Square Garden. I've seen the Macho Man, Randy Savage. I've seen Hulk Hogan, all live, wrestle live. Big fan as a kid. 80s, there's nothing like it in the 80s. And the early 90s. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know if he's a hero, but you know, he's definitely very cool. Hulk Hogan, man, 71 is fairly young nowadays, I feel like, for someone to die, you know? All those steroids, man, they'll take you out. Body doesn't like steroids. Lots of wicks, huh? Very wicky to the upside here. Gold broke VWAP again. NQ's holding up. Well, there's a lot of good short scalps available in this range up here. The long opportunity was at this low volume node, so we had this distribution that formed. And then you buy the bottom of this structure. Take a look at the RTH. Well, it's another day where you want to be long, right? Except for anything post 10 o'clock. Good longs. Very forgiving market for anybody long.
4%, highest since April.
That was a beautiful long on ES, though. Look at this. That was the spot. Just had to be patient with it. Took a good 20 minutes to work. High below, yeah, I see it. Yeah, a couple of wicks down there. I think you can reasonably expect to get back up to lower band because you have a distribution down there too. All right, so we build our volume profile. I'm getting used to where my tools are. I'm used to having them at the top. All right, so we have this distribution down here. Right, you can reasonably expect it to go like that, and then it could either go lower or continue trade here, or that's the range essentially. Yeah. It wasn't a point of control. It was a low volume node. But yeah, that would have been a good trade. Pretty close to VWAP, low volume node. Can't believe the Russell was up like 1% yesterday, wasn't it? Now it's down 1%. Russell's crazy. Russell just does whatever it wants. Doesn't care what the rest of the market does. I've gotten some good trades on the Russell, and I haven't traded it enough to be super comfortable with it, but have you watched the video I created on that, Sean? It does tomorrow. I could have great range and volatility when everything else is just doing nothing. Yeah, I'll send it again. All right, guys, we have group coaching. Radio silence. That sucks. All right, guys, I'm going to have lunch because we have group coaching at 12:30. So make sure to log in a little early. We'll be doing going over some things. Bring your questions, 12:30 in the classroom. Anybody on YouTube, if you want to join group coaching, that's in the private Discord. You can get a free trial. Here's a link. Actually, let me do this. This one's better. You get a free trial there. If you want to join us for group coaching, 12:30. So I'll see you guys there. If you're going to keep trading, feel free to use the trading lounge. I'll let you guys know when we're starting. Manage your risk, stay sharp. Fix is at 15, so slow grind up has been the cup of tea. Right up to IB high. That would have been a nice short again if I were still trading, but I'm not because I'm done. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. If you're not coming to group coaching, it will be recorded. Otherwise, I'll see everybody at 12:30 in the classroom. Have a great day, everybody. And we'll be back at it tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you